What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to break down what exactly is the problem with some modern day women in the 21st century. So quite often in the comments, guys say, Alex, why don't you acknowledge the harsh realities of dating in the 21st century? And it's not that I don't acknowledge it. I'm fully cognizant of all of that. I just typically don't like making videos where I'm complaining. I like making videos where I offer you guys practical solutions. That being said, of course, there's a massive problem that's going on nowadays. And I think in this video, I'm going to be able to pinpoint it by taking you through an example of one girl who I encountered, because this is going to highlight what exactly is the issue that some girls are having nowadays. Again, this does not apply to all girls. There are, of course, some great girls out there, but there's also a lot of chicks who have some issues. So let's take a look at this situation. So this is a girl, matched with her on Tinder. I super liked her, and she opened me. She says, oh, I want to hear those whisperings in Russian, right? Referring to my bio. So I respond with, that can be arranged, perhaps over bottle of wine. No response. Follow up with, don't be shy now. Now, this in and of itself is nothing, because whatever, maybe she didn't see the text, maybe she went away, maybe she traveled, right? But this story gets a lot more interesting. So later on, I would say about a week later, I see her on a sugar dating website. Now, you might be wondering, what are you doing on there? Well, sugar dating websites can be actually a great tool to meet girls the normal way. Now, why is that? Well, because the marketplace, when you're on Tinder or on Bumble, is super fucking competitive. Now, of course, I have had much success with that, but it's very, very competitive. On the sugar dating websites, mostly creepy old dudes who are trying to cheat on their wives, so your competition is a lot less. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of heavy gold diggers on there, but sometimes you can kind of game your way into meeting a girl the regular way. So I saw her on that website, and I opened her, and she was suddenly very warm, right? She didn't bring up anything about money. She was like, yeah, she's like, haha, you're my type, you're so cute, blah, 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 which makes sense since, you know, she opened me on Tinder, right? And I've had it work out in the past where a chick, let's just say I met her on Tinder, the conversation went stale, and then I saw her on a sugar website, recognized the conversation, wanted meeting up with her, and it's just like a regular Tinder date. So, you know, everything goes well. I'm not going to show those screenshots on that website for confidentiality reasons, because in the user agreement, you're not allowed to show that. But there really wasn't much there. It was a few texts back and forth, and I got her number. Now, this is where things get interesting. So, hey, it's Alex from The Thing. Hey, babe, how's your night going? Good, just finished a late night workout, looking nice and fit for our date. Oh, so one thing to keep in mind, on that website, we had made plans for the following night. She says, good morning. I say, hey, still good for tonight? She says, hey, sure. I'll be at South Beach. Where you at? Ah, you're close. I'm in Brickell. Give her my address. Ah, that's close. What time works good for you? How's 9? That's great. Would you be able to order my Uber around this time, babe? Now, this is a reasonable request. You know, I'm not going to hold that against her, obviously. You know, whatever. Maybe she's a struggling college girl. I'll happily order a girl an Uber. That's not a problem for me at all. I say, sure. She says, perfect. I'm going to start getting ready soon to look nice for you since you are going to be nice and fit for me. Ha, 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 ha. So super warm. I say, ha, ha, I like the effort. I'm dressed up pretty casually, so no need to go too fancy. And then here comes the fucking bombshell. Okay, baby. I was also going to ask you something. See, question mark, I really want to meet you and I feel super attracted to you, but I want to be honest with you. I'm struggling a lot now. I need some money, so I can be all right this week. You think you can help me with that tonight? I.e., hey, can you pay me for sex? Hey, I want to be a prostitute without actually calling myself a prostitute. Can you like just give me money for like my company? Yeah. So here I try a little bit of a reframe. I say, I don't know if you read my bio, but I don't do PPM. That stands for pay per meet. I know there's a bunch of married old dudes who use that site for that kind of thing, but I'm not into transactional encounters. I like to meet first and see how the chemistry is. If we click well and you become my SB, then of course we can discuss an allowance. Now, that part is a little bit of an exaggeration there. Obviously, I'm not going to have a legit sugar baby, but I have this worked out many times in the past. She says, by the way, I'm ready, haha, and then sends me a picture of her looking cute. I say, you're fast. I'm still finishing up a bit of work. I'll be ready in 30 minutes. And then I say, I'm pretty much ready now. What's your address? What about what I told you earlier, babe? Did you not read my message? Nope, I just got that one that you were working on but finishing in 30 minutes. So I resend her that message, and then here it comes. Yeah, then I think we can have lunch another day to meet each other. Another day that I'm not pressured about money. I'll just stay here and keep working online to try to make something. Okay, yeah, let's just forget about the fact that, you know, I scheduled my whole night for us to hang out. I respond with, I genuinely didn't take you for the flaky type. Well, I'm not. I'm just being honest with you, what I need right now. Nothing flaky about that. If you genuinely want to meet me, you would take me on a date, have lunch or something, not just invite me to your house that night. Oh, it was totally fine when you thought you were getting paid. But now that you realize that I'm not going to pay you for sex, now that's different now somehow. So yeah, what is the point of this charming little anecdote? The problem is that a lot of chicks nowadays have fallen into this sugar baby, sugar dating nonsense, right? So a lot of chicks have like, And the problem is, a lot of it is also the problem is with dudes, because dudes are fucking bombarding chicks with offers. Hey, I'll pay you, you know, I'll take you here, I'll take you there. And a lot of chicks are like, you know what? Like, there's hundreds of guys who want to hang out with me. And of those hundreds, there's dozens who will actually pay me cash just for my company. Some of them don't even want to sleep with me. They will literally give me money to hang out with me, right? And this is the problem. And then chicks go out with a guy who, you know, wants to give them money. The guy's probably super creepy. And the chick is like, there's just no good guys out there. And this is the problem that you see quite often in cities like Miami, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Now look, I'm definitely not the kind of guy that would ever shame a girl for engaging in sex work. I have a lot of friends who are, you know, female porn stars. You know, I've even known, like, you know, chicks who recreationally escort. I have absolutely no problem with that, because it's honest, it's pretty straightforward. What I do have a problem with is this kind of sneaky shit, like these chicks who just want to like fucking finesse dudes for money. So I think that's a problem. I think another issue is that a lot of chicks in the West are just, especially in cities like Miami, are just bombarded with options, like left and right, as I mentioned earlier. Now, what happens is that this gives them a false ego. So they become thinking, oh my God, I must be this hot piece of ass. And I can see how that happens, the psychological effect. And so what they start doing is they start playing all these weird games, right? They're not genuinely looking to meet a guy and get to know him and see what happens. They're looking for these weird power moves and these games. Oh, I can get this guy to do this. Like, if I had $1 for every time a girl just rescheduled or flaked last minute. Now, the funny thing is, this doesn't really happen in Eastern Europe. So whenever I travel through Eastern Europe, generally speaking, 99 out of 100 times, when you make plans with a girl, they show up. And they show up, you know, more or less on time. And this is the reason why a lot of guys, especially successful guys who live in America, are moving to Colombia, they're moving to Europe, they're getting the fuck out of America, because the dating marketplace here has gone really fucking bad. So again, this does not apply to every girl. Obviously, there's some great girls, and I've met up with a lot of them, but there's also a lot of chicks who are like this. Like, they are pretending to be nice because they want to finesse you for as much shit as possible. And then when it doesn't work out, they flip the logic and they're like, oh, well, this guy, he's like not trying to like really get to know me because he like did this and this, and like he didn't give me money, and that was like disrespectful. Like, I've literally heard girls say, oh, well, you don't want to pay me for sex, that's disrespectful. Like, what? That you think a guy giving you money for your body is respectful? Like, that's a guy who genuinely wants to get to know you? So it's just like this sad, weird cycle that you see happening. Now, I wish there was an easy solution to this, like, you know, hey, just send this fucking text and you can get through this. Unfortunately, there isn't. There's only a few things you can do. One is you can screen. You can try to screen out, you know, a lot of these chicks. Unfortunately, you're going to be screening out a lot of women, especially once you get into the hotter categories. So if you're going for like the hot Instagram type of girls, you're going to encounter this time and time again. But as I've said in previous videos, really the only thing you can do is, one, run high volume, play the game, and focus on leveling up yourself as much as possible to increase the stock of yourself so that you have more options coming in so that you can afford to screen more aggressively. All right, hopefully you guys found this video valuable. Like I said in the beginning, this is not every girl. It's important to make that distinction. There are some cool, normal, intellectual girls still left in America, but there's also a lot of shitty ones, and it's important to be aware of that. Now, if you're a girl who's kind of young and you're thinking about going down this route, don't. It's not worth selling your soul, because at the end of the day, you're just going to be depressed, lonely, and have a cat when you're at the age of 40. See, the problem isn't with, you know, you selling your body. I have absolutely no problem with prostitution. Personally, I don't engage in it, but again, I have no problem with it. It's honest. You know, you're exchanging a service for something. But don't pretend like you want to get to know the guy and really feel out his personality when really all you want to do is make an easy $300, $400. It's pretty fucking hypocritical, and it makes you a shithead. And I think if the roles were reversed, you'd be like, yo, fuck this guy. If you're a chick who's watching this video, let us know in the comments what you think about this. And if you're a guy as well, show us some love by smashing the like button, hitting subscribe, and click the bell for notification.